I decided to sit down and play with makeup as I like to do on the weekends. But I realized over the past week I have been trying different techniques that I'm seeing people use, especially since now apparently I'm, like a more mature lady. I didn't know that happened like after 30. I didn't know you automatically became a mature person. So I feel like the things that I used to do don't work as well, or they might look too cakey. And I have also admitted to myself that I kind of like neutral, like warm tone shadows a bit more now than I do color, which I'm trying to accept. But I thought I would just do a get ready with me chat, whatever, and compare how I have been doing it to the new steps that I have implemented into my routine. So same old, same old. I start with a serum. This is the Bliss Bright Idea Vitamin C Tripeptide Serum. I'm just going to use a little bit because this is just like I'm not going anywhere. And I don't want to waste my product. So there's that. So I usually do that. That's after I have washed my face and everything. And then I go in with a moisturizer. I use the Perricone MD Vitamin C Ester Photo Brightening Moisturizer that has SPF 30. I've been really liking it. I actually have a backup of it as well because I get it when it's on sale, because it is not inexpensive. There we go. Okay. So typically then I will go in with my eyeshadow primer. I'm actually not using a specific eyeshadow primer. I am using a concealer, which the reason I'm doing that is because I need to use up products. I don't know why I bought this, especially in this shade, Tan Latte. I don't know what I was thinking. Like, this is so much lighter than I am, even though I do use concealer to brighten up areas on my face. What was I thinking with this one? I don't know. This is the e.l.f. Camo Concealer in Tan Latte. And actually when I forgot what I was doing. When I bought this, I hated it. And part of the reason is because it's light. The formula is very matte, and so when I initially bought it I was like, oh, this is too matte. But I think also part of that is because I have a color that is like 30 shades lighter than I am, so it makes it harder to actually determine, like, do I like this or not. I did end up getting it in a shade more appropriate for my skin tone. I don't know what that's at. I have a whole drawer of concealers. Of course, my cat Rose, she can't be without me. I'm actually kind of concerned for when I go back into the office. I've been working from home because of the panini. When we go back into the office, I don't know what she's gonna do. I'm starting to actually get a little nervous, honestly. I know, girl. That's what I said. Okay, so one thing that I saw recently, I was looking through, I think, Pinterest, and my niece was like, Pinterest? I'm like, okay, I guess only old people use it. And I saw someone doing their liner before their eyeshadow. That is not something I'd ever done, and so I thought it would be nice to try that. So this is the Sigma gel eyeliner in Wicked. I'm trying to remember why I bought it. I think it was because, why did I buy that? It might have been on sale. That gets me like all the time. Like, it's on sale, buy it. And I am going to use the BK Beauty 208 eyeliner brush. I assume it's eyeliner, it doesn't say it on there. I have really been liking these BK Beauty brushes. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is attempt to do a wing before my eyeshadow. So just dipping into that. I'm gonna use this mirror. So I want to first just get some liner on, what's this called? This, my eye line. I get some eyeliner on there. So what I have learned over time is that just doing small strokes at a time rather than trying to just zip and do the liner is like the best thing to do. I just did my hair in these crochet braids. I really have been loving the protective styles. Jesus, maybe I am getting old. I'm like, what? Okay, so, I know, girl. Right. How was your dinner? Wow, like, I've been using like eyeliner pens. Like this is the one from Smashbox. Ooh, sorry, I'm blinding folks. It's one from Smashbox. And I'm like marveling at how easy it is with this, with the liner brush. Okay, hey. I guess I was missing out. I know. Not too bad. A little janky, but that's okay. That's okay. A for effort. The other thing is that with the weather changing and everything, like allergies are happening, and so my eyes water no matter what. I regularly take allergy medication. I have a humidifier in the main bedroom, so I keep that on all the time, and it's like, no girl, we're not gonna let you be great. Okay. I went outside to my car and there's just pollen all over it. And I really need to wash my car, but, you know, why? Okay, so now I am just trying to darken the spaces. And what I'll do, I just kind of wanted to get the wing on there, and then I guess I can like fill it in more once I do my eyeshadow. I didn't make it as thin as I wanted to, but I also don't feel like really redoing it, but this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna rub it just a second, and then we're gonna do that over. Okay. Just wanna make the line a little thinner. Okay. I'm gonna wipe this off just a bit. I feel like the gel liner is kind of caking up a little bit on the brush and like changing the shape a little bit. Okay, so I just sprayed some like instant brush cleaner and wiped it on a towel, microfiber towel. What I tend to do is when there are sales on like makeup eraser kind of products, I'll get a couple, and I usually keep one in like my main bathroom, but then I'll also keep some at my vanity and use that when I need to like clean things up. I used to have like Kleenex here all the time, and that's just wasteful and not good for the environment. Okay, so there's that. It's not too bad. I'm gonna clean it up in a bit. Okay, but that's kind of how we're starting. I'm gonna make sure to put the cap back on this so that we don't dry it out. And bam. Since we are talking about like more neutral, natural shades, I think I will go with either, wow. Okay. So now it's time for eyeshadow. Either I will go with the Natasha Denona Biba palette or the Nabla Side by Side palette. I find that these are both neutrals that I have really come to like, and I'm surprised by it. So here's the Biba. I don't want to like, how do you do this? Oh, this is what we're gonna do. Here's the Biba. It's upside down because I don't want to blind you. I have found that when I have presentations and stuff, I will typically pull this out because it just gives, I think, a very good, like, professional but pretty look, which is usually, that's my, like, aesthetic. And then here is the Nabla Side by Side, which is newer. Yes, I think I got the Biba first on sale. Maybe I will go with the Nabla. Yeah, we'll do the Nabla. So typically what I will do is I will, this is the new side. Okay. So when I've been seeing, so in doing it differently, what I have seen some folks do, is to do their crease shade first and then move on to the other shades. And typically I would do the other shades and then the crease. So I'm gonna take Tempera, which is this sort of, hold on. So, okay, there we go. Which is this color here, a little bit. And this is a natural hair brush, Wayne Goss number 16. And I've been getting into natural hair brushes a bit. As you know, I always see people who are like, brushes will like change your entire makeup game. I'm like, okay, let's see. And I like them. I'm still sort of learning how to care for them and things like that. I mean, and learning that like some are good for liquids and creams and some are good for powders only. So it does, in my opinion, take a bit more thought. So I'm like, ooh, which one is this? Whereas my synthetic brushes are just, you know, you can use them for anything. Okay, so that is Tempera. Just blending, because this is the shade I want to use to like darken kind of the outer corner and the rest of the look. So I feel like that is well blended for the moment. Of course, we will go back in and blend some more. And then I want to use a lighter shade. Sometimes I'll use a shimmer because that's just what I like. But what I have also been doing is putting down a like base color and then putting a shimmer on top. So we'll see how that goes today. So I think I will take Bonjour, which is this first shade here. This is a Rephr number 2 brush, and I am just, there's more pigmented than I expected. Okay. Just gonna get that on the lid. Rose is literally sitting right here. I don't know what she's gonna do. Yeah, that's what I was saying. I don't know what she's gonna do when I'm going to the office, because I adopted her about now over a year ago, and it was right before quarantine and stay at home orders, excuse me, stay at home orders started, like maybe the weekend before that started, and I had gone into work to my office like Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, and then I like started working from home. So she has literally been with me since adoption, and I don't think she knows what it's going to be like to be here without me. I'm like so afraid that she's going to just like tear my entire house up. Oh man. Okay. So I'm going to go into halftime, which is this sort of tan, like light tan color. And I'm just going to use it to start to blend the colors together. I just want to use a little bit of it. And then I'm going to go back into tempera and place it a bit more of where I want it to be, and to bring back some of that depth that kind of went away when I added the lighter color. What are you going to do when I go to work? Girl, I don't know what she gonna do. Okay, I kind of like that. Do I? Yeah, I kind of do. What I might do is add a bit of a shimmer. Typically, I go for like pink-y kind of colors, but I think I will do I'll do Body and Soul, which is, it's kind of more gold. And I'm just going to use my finger because I haven't put my long nails on yet. So I can actually get in there. It's when I have nails, I'm always like trying to get down into the product, and it does not work. It does not work very well. So I'm just kind of patting that on. And also, this is going to sound so weird, but for some reason, like, I would sort of think that things had to be like done correctly right off. So I wouldn't think like, oh yeah, you can just go back in and blend it, or, you know, you can like mix colors. I would be like, okay, it has to be perfect on initial attempt, which is probably left over from my childhood, grad school, before grad school, and believing that I had to be perfect, and that if I got a B, that the world was going to end. I mean, I didn't get a lot of B's. I've only gotten one C in my life, and you know who cares? Nobody. Nobody cared at all. Okay. So here is that eye is done, I think. One thing that I have learned too is just like, you keep blending, blend and blend and blend, and then when you think you're done, blend. Okay. And a lot of this will be cleaned up once I do the rest of my face. So I'm gonna do the same thing, but the way in which I typically would do it. And so what I would do is I would take that lighter shade, so that was Bonjour, and I would put it on the lid. And honestly, I would just throw it on there real quick. So I think some people would consider this like setting the eyeshadow primer. But I found that I use like a lot of matte eyeshadow primers, and so it doesn't really have, they don't really have much stick to them or tackiness, and so they dry down. So I don't necessarily feel like I have to actually set it with a powder. Okay, I'm gonna also go in with the Body and Soul. I just wiped off my brush. I'm gonna use the same one. This is the shimmer shade that I put on the other side. Girl, what you doing? Move, stop. Yeah, okay, so back to my cat. I can't believe I'm becoming one of those cat people. But also I was reading about like cat anxiety and things like that, and if your cat like grooms themselves too much or all these other things. I'm like, oh my god, my cat has anxiety. Of course she does. Her owner has it. Her mama. No, I'm not a mother. I adopted a cat. Okay, so I used that halftime shade along with the tempera shade. So I'm going to mix those a bit, and then I'm going to put them on the outer corner there. Wow. Okay, so I definitely see a difference. Like, wow, this looks like a totally different eye. Like, eye look from this one. This one is not as vibrant or saturated in color, which is not bad. But it's so interesting how you can change your look just based on when you do things, where you place things. I'm using the same brushes and cleaning them in between. I don't know how to how is this a totally like they're different. How is, I don't even understand. I don't know what to say to myself. Wow, okay. I used the same shades, but this one has like, it's like a different tone. I'm okay. I don't know. We are just going to move on. So let's see. Next, I want to do cat hair. My brows, which is not going to be different. I have been doing my brows before foundation for a while now. Ooh. Okay. I think the difference is that now I do try to outline a bit more. So, outlining the top there. I actually ordered like brow wax. I want to give that a try. My brows have never been something that I spend a ton of time on. I just fill them in. I've never like carved the brow and all of that stuff like that. Just, I feel like I don't have the appropriate dexterity to be able to achieve that. I already forgot I say I usually outline it a bit more. And I actually don't like to have a ton of brow product where like it looks like you have hair in the front, but then you obviously just drew the rest of it. Like, I don't like that. And this has become my favorite brow pencil. It's the Revolution Pro brow pencil, and this is in dark brown. So I feel like typically it would just be a little bit lighter. I'm just like getting it in there, you know. I'm really like roasting myself because I swear it looks like they look so different. Okay. Okay. So there's that. And then I will go into foundation, like all my base products. So I thought I would stop here so that I could separate the eye makeup from the foundation, just to make the videos a little bit shorter. So that was the eye makeup. And then, yeah, next half will be the foundation.